So you want to study economics honors at UCT. Shall we have a moment of silence for your stupidity? Hello there. Before we get into today's video, I'd just like to take this moment to let you know that we're chasing 500 subscribers. So if you would please leave a sub, that would be great. Enjoy the vid. Peace. I'm gonna try my best not to be a prophet of doom in this video because I did to some degree enjoy my experience, but it was very difficult. But before I begin this video, I'd just like to give a shout out to those who asked me to make this video. It might be a little later than you might like, but we're trying, okay? So shout out to these guys for suggesting these videos. So someone asked me how to make it through economics honors. I don't know if they meant through or into, but nevertheless, into is relatively easy. Get good grades in undergrad in economics, get above 65, I think it is. Apply, you're pretty much in. Nice. So that covers the getting into. Now making it through. Firstly, come prepared to sacrifice. There's a lot of time that goes into learning the material itself, immersing yourself in the space, interacting with your colleagues, that's important. The tests and assignments and tutorials, they stack up. They really do stack up. If you're not ready for it, be ready for it. You're gonna have to minimize a lot of the stuff that sometimes is important to you, let's say family and time like this, because you're always working. And when I say always, I really mean always, man.
Well, welcome to the hood.
Come with a bit of a whatever it takes mentality, obviously within reason. There's no need to like cheat or whatever like this. At some point, you're just swimming and hoping to float. The water is here, it's here. You gotta come with whatever it takes to make it, because that's what it's gonna take, whatever you got. Know your priorities. Are you aiming for high grades? Are you aiming to just enjoy the experience? It's up to you, right? Because it's important, at least for me, to have a pillar of like, what am I here for kind of thing, whenever things just don't seem like they're going well. Now, the most challenging process of the year. The first one is easily the long paper or the research. Not knowing the direction at points of where you want to go with your research. Not knowing what your topic really means. Not being able to find the literature on what you're trying to discuss, or not knowing what to do with the data. It's all a mess.
It is indeed a very unfortunate development that the state will find very difficult to recover from. And so we don't have the capacity.
I say this having had one of the best supervisors I think that was out there, but even then it's like trying to communicate a consistent work schedule and trying to communicate like what you don't understand and what you do and where you're trying to go with things is very difficult. Tips in that regard would be just to have a clear line of communication with your supervisor. Be very honest. If you don't understand something about your research, just say that, you know, be like, yo, I don't know what I'm doing with this idea here, so that they can at least know where you're starting from and help you out in that regard. Also understand the limitations of your supervisor. Obviously don't be rude about it, but just be able to be like, okay, there's some things that you might not be able to help me with, so I might go over here for a little bit of analytics and stuff, or I might go over here for a little bit of research, and pull from everywhere. You really gotta take that thing. It's your baby. You gotta do everything to make it survive. Facts. Real facts. The second most challenging part of the year was definitely the intensity of the workload. Whoa. You're just swimming from one assignment to the next within hours of each other. So I'd say try and manage your time from the get-go. As hard as it is to do, you'll thank yourself a lot. And that seems like an obvious thing to say, but when it starts to stack up, it stacks up fast and it's heavy. It's heavy. If you want to survive, manage your time.
That I cannot do.
So, and then I was asked general advice for students transferring from other universities to do Ecos honors at UCT. I have another video coming out about transferring from other universities to UCT in general. In this video, I'm just going to talk about specifically Ecos related transfers, right? So if you come from a varsity other than UCT, understand that the Ecos that you learned there and the one that's being taught at UCT There might be some differences, but it's generally the same, you know. There might be certain topics that you never covered there that they did, and vice versa. But it's definitely give yourself time to just adjust to the way they teach things and the content that they're covering. When you get your like course outline, do a rough check of like what things have I done, what things have I not done. But I wouldn't say stress too much about the content. They kind of take it from first principles. And if you don't understand the stuff, there's usually good tutor structures. My friends might not agree with that.
This guy must be nuts. The guy that is saying that must be nuts.
The lecturers are pretty good at clarifying things. And your classmates actually. What I would say is more important for a student transferring from another varsity to UCT is getting involved with the social aspect of your degree, right? The people in your class. Obviously do it over time, don't rush it, don't like force yourself or anything like this, let it come naturally. If there's people there who've been at UCT their whole life or their whole varsity life, they know a lot more about the culture and the admin and how they test and all these things than you do. And you have to embrace that. You're not that guy.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
You definitely don't want to do honors alone because it gets very lonely, quiet, and difficult fast. And it's good also because they kind of show you around Cape Town too. So if you're new to the space, they can show you where to go for, let's say, hiking, where you want to go for food, where you want to go for entertainment, all these sorts of things. Other than that, I think I've covered everything that I would have wanted to know. If there's anything I left out, be sure to jump in the comments and let me know, and I'll respond to that. Hopefully this was useful to you. Hopefully this was useful to you, and hopefully you have a good experience if you do decide to come over. Let us know if you are coming over. I'll be happy to help you out with some resources and things like that. Just reach out. All I ask is that if you enjoyed this video, you give it a like, a comment, subscribe, share it with somebody who might be thinking of moving here too. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Peace, everybody.